them niggas I'm still with, I still with. If I'm in a fix, they bout some trill shit. For my rounds, I'll peel shit. Devise plans to get a meal ticket. With that attitude like we'll get it, still busy. Still with it, looking over haters like they little midgets. Nausea hopping around the night, camouflage like little crickets. I got a problem with me having just a little digits from the city where niggas lie, kill, and steal for riches. And I done been around and even met some trill bitches. Broads hard into these niggas real snitches. I never tell on the soul, that's cold, a real sickness. Love run deep, I won't speak with God as my witness. I never mix with fake niggas because it's bad for business. And when I eat off my plate, I eat off clean dishes. That's why I'm testing my fate, about to get on my mission. It's real over here, daddy, so won't you take a listen. My nigga, my nerve, my partner, my ward, and my round. My ace and my dog, my ride or die, my all the way down, nigga. My nigga, my nerve, my partner, my ward, and my round. My ace and my dog, my ride or die, my all the way down, nigga. My nigga, my nerve, my partner, my ward, and my round. My ace and my dog, my ride or die, my all the way down, nigga. My nigga, my nerve, my partner, my ward, and my round. My ace and my dog, you heard me?
Big ups to the fam. Shouts out to the team. Welcome to the Rounds Podcast. If it's your first time rocking with us, please like, share, and subscribe. Hit us up in the comments. If you've been rocking with us, then you know what it is. It's 4 rounds. It's mainstream news. It's pop culture. It's a little bit of family business. I'm your host, Benjamin Ness. Always rocking with my rounds. Cuzzo Rent, a.k.a. Hot Boy. Hatchback of the ENT. And we holding it down for Caveman. What's down, baby?
What's wrong with that boy?
They had a little meeting today, bro. Unexpected meeting. He might wind up jumping in later, but he ain't 100. So, yeah, we.
Boy got pox, man.
What'd you say?
Got that monkey pox.
He said he took the monkeypox vaccine.
Look, I ain't know they had that one. Yeah, that boy had his time.
It's brand new. It just come out.
Oh shit! They tested it.
Hey,
they tested it on him.
You know, it's a test. The whole thing is a test. Fuck.
But you say they tested it on him, huh?
Yeah.
Well, bro, hopefully the brother be all right, bro. Look, we hopefully be back soon. You know what I'm saying? But let's do it, bro. Top 4s, baby. We doing top 4 dream jobs. I think Cuzzo ran you up first, Hat you second, and I'm bringing up the rep.
All right, dream jobs. I must say, number one, I like to be like a sportscaster, or sports announcer, or some shit like that. Get to go to all the games live, see the shit. You know what I'm saying? That's on some fun shit. I say also, I like to be a lawyer. You know what I'm saying? I do work in the community pro bono, try to help some of my brothers and sisters beat these bogus charges. You hear me? And this is a profession I have the utmost respect for. You know what I'm saying? I say a teacher dealing with the youth, like young, like, 3rd grade, 2nd grade, something like that, when the mind's still impressionable and they ain't too disrespectful.
Brav.
And man, the 4th one, I'd say like something behind the scenes in Hollywood, like a writer, director, something like that. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't mad at you, brother.
Me?
Oh, you had, baby. Yeah.
Shit. Fuck. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you. When we first said the topic, it said what profession would we choose to do for free, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I ain't doing shit for free. So
yeah, ain't nothing.
So right. So top profession, like number one for me, it got to be contracting, right? I know a lot of guys who make great money doing government contracts, whether it's in construction, whether it's in, arms dealing or whatever. It's big it's big game hunting, you know what I'm saying? So
Brav.
That's definitely something, I can see myself dabbling in. Medicine, on the herbal side, that has its place, in our society. We need some, people that's, using holistic, sources to heal it, to let the food heal you rather than dealing in the pharmaceutical bullshit that gonna, have ramifications down the line. Also, with that comes farming, right? Being a farmer in modern day, putting in good seed, getting good fruit, right? Not selling these people this GMO, all this other bullshit that's making people sick. So, and pilots, bro. I always wanted to be a pilot. You know what I'm saying? Grow them wings and get up and see everything from a different perspective. You know what I mean? So shout out to all the pilots that take some big cojones, you know what I'm saying, to be able to just jump in that thing and, you're going over 200 miles an hour at whatever hundreds of fucking feet. You know what I mean? So, shouts out to all the pilots, you dig?
All right, bro. I'm bringing up the real. First off, I would probably go with archaeologists. You know what I'm saying? I'm big into history, artifacts, so forth and so on. So I would definitely like to do that. That'd be awesome. Travel, dig up shit, unearth, whatever.
Yeah.
I had nutritionists on that hat, and I felt you when you came with the holistic medicine, because ultimately you want to put the best shit into your body so you could get the best things out of the body. So I would say a nutritionist. I'm gonna say an influencer. Why not get paid? You know what I'm saying? Gazillions of dollars to direct people in the form and fashion in which I want them to go. That'd be
okay.
Cool too.
If you was an influencer, would it be like no matter what product they're pushing?
Nah, I would stand behind whatever products I believe in. You know what I'm saying? That's how that would go.
You wouldn't do the vax that thing up? You wouldn't?
Nah, I ain't trying to look. I ain't have no hit like that. I'm trying to, bring back and shit. Baby.
Okay.
I can't vax it up, dog. Nah.
Okay. I'm saying, like, where do we draw the line? Yeah.
We need to draw it. And last, bro, this really not a job. It kind of go to what you were saying, Ren, but a philanthropist. Just to be able to, you know what I'm saying, just donate and give to causes that I see fit. And again, have that influence to kind of form and shape shit. Yeah, that'd be cool. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, because that's really what a king does. You know what I'm saying? Give back and have an impression on the community he live in. You know what I'm saying?
I thought about saying an angel investor or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
Make other people's dreams come to fruition and get a profit off it. Little cut.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, brother. You know
where would you start with angel investment? Who can get some money from you? I got a course. Can I get 15 grand so I can give me some good vax and some some equipment?
You?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, off the dump. Yeah, that's where I would start, in the inner circle, in the community that I'm most familiar with and most comfortable with. Yeah, us.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all remember last time, but it was just us. So that's who I'll be looking to help.
Right. For sure.
Well, with that one being said, baby, we gonna get into it. Yeah, man. Now, kind of staying in the same vein, bro. We talking about things you're passionate about. And, it ain't necessarily got to be a long spell, but seeing as though we were just talking about things you would like to do, for the bread, we could just talk about things that you passionate about, period, whether it's for the paper, you're donating your time type shit. So, things you're passionate about.
Honestly, like, to start off, I'm going to say this right here. What we got going, the podcast, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have a vision for it. I feel like I can see the growth and the potential, and I think eventually, we stick with it. It's gonna far exceed the vision that I have. So this definitely is something I'm passionate about. You know what I'm saying? Also, I mean, if you know me, my kids, you know what I'm saying? Like, just to see them grow from infant to, and I got them on both ends of the spectrum. My twins just turned 1. My daughter in college, she about to turn 21 on the 18th. So shouts out to my princess. You know what I'm saying? My junior, my namesake, he in going to his senior year in high school. So that's something I'm very passionate about. Um, and just us as a people, you know what I'm saying? Our community, our people, like seeing them come up and hopefully better ourselves and put ourselves on a better in a better standing on the totem pole, the way we view from everybody else. You know what I'm saying?
What you say, big dog?
Nah, who you got in the chat, man?
Oh, look like we fully loaded in there, baby. Shouts out to Mr. Chance, Diddy 808, Marvo Sapien,
Cuz, Marvo.
Mrs. Minor. Woo. That's what I see in the chat right now. So big ups to all of y'all. Appreciate y'all rocking with us.
Appreciate the support.
Right, absolutely. What's happening, Diddy? Fucking boy, Diddy. Look, man.
Did it bop?
On that one, Ren, I mean, there's a lot of things I'm passionate about. I can't say one thing is more about the other. Of course, I'm passionate about culture, music, and arts, and things of that nature. But if it's something that I would have to have a conversation with somebody about, it'll be, I'm passionate about the history of my people here in this place called America in the South. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're passionate about. That has been revealed to me by visiting certain places. Like Birmingham. Going to Atlanta. Even the outskirts of of my hometown. And actually talking to people and putting my hands on some things. It changed a lot of. It replaced a lot of the composery education that was given to me in school, and I got to get it firsthand. You know what I'm saying? So it gave me a new outlook on life, and I'm just really hungry to keep feeding that newfound interest. So
Definitely, bro.
yeah.
As far as myself, a lot of shit, man. I would say arts, music, travel, history, furthering discussions. You know what I'm saying? I like the dialogue with people. I like to understand your perspective, what you're
Right.
into, why you're into it, and then be able to try to not like to kind of piece all that together. Because I find oftentimes a lot of us be saying the same things, but just be articulating it kind of differently, and or having a lot of the same aspirations and stuff, but just kind of wording it under different verbiage. So I'll just be trying to, kind of understand things like that. And I like history, bro. History of religion, civilization, stuff like that. That's really my bag. I like to get into it and just kind of see where the breadcrumbs gonna lead me, and
Right.
just be objective to the information, and try to unlearn a lot of traditions and stuff like that. So that's kind of my bag.
Let the spirit lead you, my brother.
I'm definitely with you on the history. Like, I'm passionate about it too. You know what I'm saying? And I know you go a lot deeper with the history. Like, you'll go with the ancient and stuff. But I'm more, I guess I would say, more passionate about modern history. You know what I'm saying? Like, kind of like Hat was alluding to, like, you know what I'm saying, the plight of our people and stuff like that. Like, I find things like that to be very fascinating.
Props.
Right.
Nah, real spill, dog. Real spill. Let me see.
Oh, look, I'm laughing at Diddy. He said something. He passionate about
Yes.
raising his kids, engineering, and fixing anything broken except relationships. My dog.
Like a man I know.
Hey, bro,
That's
why
my
not work on the relationships too, baby? You dig? If you're good at it, man, look, go ahead and do it all, baby.
and
Shit.
look, and when he say fixing shit, boy, look, when something break, especially on a car, it ain't running right. That's the first person I think of. Diddy, my shit ain't
Diddy,
running.
Diddy a real mechanic, huh?
Say,
Oh
bro,
yeah,
did
he
it?
fixed shit, dog. He don't mind getting them hands dirty and been like that since I've been knowing him.
Yeah, bro. He gonna find a way to put a gadget on something, boy.
I could tell
Lord.
he got them big ass knuckles and shit, big long ass fucking hands.
Don't get
Yeah.
Maul started on talking about his hands. You heard me?
Boy, like he could crumble a goddamn oyster shell with his goddamn hand.
Yes, indeed, bro. He he's definitely one of a kind. Shouts out to Diddy, man. Shit, we moving, fellas.
Ding ding.
All right, fellas. Sports, bro. I mean, everybody, you either in it for the money or you're in it for the championships. Some could say you're in it for both. I think the narrative, I don't know if it's changing, but we see some star players who we would imagine would be trying to chase a ring, kind of saying, fuck the ring. You know, we gonna chase this bag. You know what I'm saying? So what y'all think, bro? If you were an athlete, would you be trying to chase the ring, or would you just be saying, you know, hell with the ring, I'm gonna get as much money as I can, and if I get a ring, cool, but it's more about the bag, or is it more about winning the championships?
I mean, for me, it's like when you start off doing it, everybody trying to get in a better position, right? And have sustainable income for their family to change generations, right? That's what I would be more concerned about. The most I can get and the less work I gotta do, the less wear and tear on my body, because it's an investment in what I'm trying to do on the long haul. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. You know what I'm saying? So
Proud.
whatever happened in that time, so be it. But after that, I'll be set up in a long haul to where, I mean, championships and GOAT conversation and greatest of all times and your top 10 and top 5, that's all cool conversations to have. But at the end of the day, it's a job, and job means pay, right? I think that's the number one thing.
Cuzzo.
Dog, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I would want the chip just to experience the parade and all the accolades and this and that. But first and foremost would be the bag. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of funny to me because what I notice is the current athletes, they get flagged for both, right? Like, so for instance, KD looked like he trying to move to a better situation to have a better opportunity to win a ring, and he getting killed for it. You know what I'm saying? And Dame Lillard looked like he just comfortable where he at, not really chasing the ring, getting as much money as he could, and he getting killed for it. So I think you got to be comfortable in your own skin. And when you have an opportunity to earn generational wealth, I'm not leaving no money on the table. Like, it'd be so funny to me when fans say, "Oh, he should have took a little less so the team could build around him." That ain't my job. I want every penny I could get, and whoever the GM or whatever person is in that position, is their job to figure out how to put the pieces around to make this shit work.
That's what I'm saying. Why do thousandaires get mad at millionaires, right? For the little money that some billionaire is paying them, right?
Boy, wait, say that again, dog. I like that one now.
I said, how do thousandaires get mad at millionaires who's getting paid by billionaires? Like, nobody never talk about the front office. They never talk about the organization. They never talk about none of that. Yeah, they won't blame it on LeBron and this one and that one. Man, these people, come on, man. These people ain't puppets, man.
Well, fan is short for fanatic. Like,
absolutely.
Because nobody who make those statements, they're not taking less on their job. They're not taking a pay cut so they could bring in a better grocery bag, a better driver, a better whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, matter of fact, I want a raise and I need help in this motherfucker.
Right.
Bro, like, to me, for me, it'll really depend on the caliber of player I am and where I'm at in my career. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm a top tier player, I done made a pretty good amount of money. I could take a little bit less to try to get myself in a situation to ultimately help my legacy, and that less that I'm sacrificing, I'm really gonna make on the back end through an endorsement from the owner or some shit. So I'm really not leaving no money on the table. It's just the appearance thereof. I go that route. If I'm just the average Joe, I mean, shit, I don't really have the luxury to try to chase a championship per se. I won't get as much bread as I can, and you know what I'm saying, when I'm done, I'm done. I'm trying to make sure I could play long enough to really get the retirement. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm a top tier player, I got a little bit more flexibility, and then I would try to get both because I done already got the money per se. So I'll probably go that route if I'm top tier. If I'm, average, then shit, I'm chasing a bag and hope I just land in the right situation where a good guy win me a ring.
Well, look, let's say you the average guy, you know what I'm saying, and free agent come about, and you got a team that's offering you, say, 20 mil, but you could take 5 mil to go get on like a Golden State
Go play with
team
LeBron
that
or
have
something.
a real good chance at winning. Like, so it's kind of a choice. You want this extra bread, or you gonna go try to sacrifice for the ring?
But is a ring worth $5 million to you?
I could buy a ring.
For
That
less
then
than $5 million.
it'll be about the experience then. You know what I'm saying? I'll be wearing the experience. Do I won't go play with LeBron and have the rock star experience for a year and get these 5 mil and have the shot to kind of watch a nigga win? Or
Now
I'm gonna
think
take
about
these
this.
10 mil and
Me as a competitor, I'm not following nobody around for no ring. I'm gonna bust
You
your ass.
you go play with
I
LeBron and y'all lose, it's your fault. You know that, right?
Of course, and then you out of
You
there,
ain't keep the bench warm enough, or you ain't do your part. You heard me?
and no more. Look, your contracts go down after you leave LeBron. Like, you know what I'm saying, motherfuckers. You go
but
from
look, but if
27,
we
27
we
million
win,
to
my
2 million.
contract going up. Y'all see how much money that boy got, Tristan Thompson, J.R. Smith, all these boys.
Yeah,
So
but look,
it can go either way now.
look
It
at
depends
all them
on the
dudes.
king.
Look at all them dudes that played with him in Miami. None of them motherfuckers not even in the goddamn league no more. Chalmers and Cole and all them boys, young boys, gone.
Oh yeah, baby. Look,
Uh-huh.
they playing in the big three.
Out of there.
I
But look,
think it's such a small earning window. Like your career have a career expectancy on it. You know what I'm saying? Now some people play 15, 20 years or whatever, but even with that, that's a short window. I need all the bread I can get. You know what I'm saying?
I
But
want
that's
to
why
ask
I
this:
say, go ahead.
what I think the fact that we talk about player salaries and all of this shit, I think that kind of take away from the game a lot, and it brings another element into the shit that really doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, why is their salary is any of the fans' business, and why is that? Contract talks and all that. That's really not sports. You know what I'm saying? That's business. Like, we shouldn't be talking about that.
I think what
Yeah.
they really should talk about is how much the team made, what
No,
the
they're not
owner
going.
bought in.
They're not
You
going
know
to
what
talk.
I'm saying?
They're not going to talk about that.
That kind of go to what Marv just put in the comments. They don't talk about that because they're gonna be found with their tongue and ears cut off. You know what I'm saying? They don't want us to talk about the profit margins and all that type of stuff. They want to keep the focus on the worker. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And all the criticism go to the worker. You don't
If
really hear
if
too
you
much
put
talk about teams that been garbage for like decades, like Detroit, the Lions. Is they really trying to win?
But
no,
look,
it's
dog.
a company. They still selling jerseys. They
But
still selling beer every Sunday, right? They still selling entertainment seats. They selling the name, merch, the story, Barry Sanders. What the fuck they got to win a championship for?
dog, but check this out, and to kind of go with what y'all saying, we never talk about all the money that the owners making, the TV deals,
Right.
the large amount of money they splitting. It fucked me up watching the last little episode with Jamarcus Russell on the
Cold.
pivot, because
Shouts
he
out,
kind of talked
shouts out
about
to Pivot for having Jamarcus
some of that
Russell on.
inside shit.
Right.
When that boy said everybody knew Reggie Bush was supposed to go first, but basically Mario Williams said he'd take $7 million less. That's why he wound up getting picked first. We don't never
Right.
hear about that type of little
Right.
bullshit that really be going on to help the owners and so forth and so on. You only hear, like y'all saying, about what the players make and some more shit where all the scrutiny be on the players.
Right.
Got to hold their feet to the fire too, bro.
That's the behind the scenes politics of it. You know what I'm saying?
That you
Like
never get though. You know what I'm saying?
that's the meal being made. They ain't gonna talk about that because when he said that, that's what stood out to me the most about that episode. When he said that, I'm
Yeah,
like,
I was
whoa,
like,
whoa,
You
you
know what
kind of
else?
pulled the curtain back.
I was thinking about, when he got up there, he was talking about how close he was with Al Davis, right? And I'm thinking, well, shit, he didn't mention the coach, and now it brought me back to fuck. He had in 3 years, he had three coaches. Nobody wanted to coach in Oakland because it was a shit organization. You picking first, bro. You the bottom of the barrel. You know what I'm saying? You ain't winning no championship and get the number one pick. You ain't gonna be no player unless you got it from a team last year in the trade or something like that. But generally, the top three picks is trash teams. You go number one overall, y'all was probably only 17. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right,
and
y'all won
yeah.
one game last year. Y'all draft this one player who did well in the lower level. Now he supposed to change the fortunes of a franchise that
how
been
though?
garbage for decades.
Come on, the whole everything. You know, it it, it, it
Right.
just it just like Cole. I didn't know nothing about it. I just seen it. And I couldn't turn it. I had to go find and watch the whole thing, no matter what the fuck I was doing, because it's almost like how you had a conversation with somebody a long time ago, and it's something you wanted to say, and they just called you and fucking just started talking and say the shit. You
Yeah,
know,
props.
it's like something in my mind needed to hear that man say his piece with all of the, you know, shit that happened with him and how he had a bunch of scrutiny and namesake and all of this shit for the last so many years, with the bus and all of that shit.
But dog, what I see ultimately and what we've been identifying with, especially with numerous athletes that we done talked about on here, and it's just a running theme, mental health.
Right.
What he was going through at the time. Like he said, I'm crying out for help.
Ain't nobody in help with him now.
Nobody ain't even really recognizing that I'm crying out. You know what I'm saying? And then two, us being able to articulate that we really do need the help. Yeah,
Right.
it was a real good interview, bro.
Right.
But even with that, even if he would have said that, the fans don't want to hear that shit. Like
Fuck
Had
no.
said, they done broadcast your contract on the bottom. You getting 70 million. So fuck what you going through. You supposed to be able to push through that
And
and
that's what I'm saying.
and perform.
That's why it's so fucked up, because they don't really be knowing. They see the contract, but they don't know what really go in their pockets, right? And they say you got all of this, but you don't know everybody who take it from me. Number one, number two, bitch, you don't know what the fuck I'm going through. You know what I'm saying? In anything, I can't beat the media at nothing. Anything they want to put out, I ain't got enough money to match the media. You know what I'm saying? To smooth this shit out. Either I'm on Twitter with the Twitter fingers, or I just say fuck it. Would they let them believe what they want?
And at that time, especially at that time, I know the mental health wouldn't have went over well because it wasn't even really on nobody's radar. So he was
Right.
just kind of, rowing upstream. Now, if it was now, he might get, have a little bit more leg to stand on. But I do feel y'all ultimately he'll probably be hit. And the situation he was in, he wasn't in a thriving situation ultimately anyway. He was
But
kind of,
shots out to him, because when it was time to talk, he said everything he felt he had to say. And like, I was happy to see him, you know what I'm saying, in a space to where it's not bothering me. I'm gonna express it, and this what it was. But I didn't want to just come to anybody, because you know how people be baiting and shit and trying to get, and I think Pippen did a good job at putting him in a good space to talk about, what I'm saying, what he needed to talk about, even when when Ryan said, what part did you play? Or what responsibility do you hold
Mhm.
that?
Yep.
And he fessed up till he said what he had to say. And that's a cool thing. And like, it kind of reminded me of the Kwame Brown situation, except for Kwame kind of took it upon himself to go ahead and do it. He didn't wait for nobody to come out. But when it was time to talk, he talked, and he ain't hold nothing. So you dig. Shouts out to J Rock.
Well, shit, bro. You got anything else, cuz, before we move?
I mean, like I said, the only thing I said, I like these people, especially the people who have those labels attached to them, like a bus and this and that, and you never get to hear the side of the story. And for them
Right.
to have a platform to where they feel comfortable expressing it and they're able to fully express what they felt or went through or whatever.
Right. Now, something interesting. I know you want to move on, Goody, but
Gotcha.
he had on the interview, they mentioned something about him having an issue with Cam Newton because of some statements Cam Newton made in the past, said Vince Young and him fucked up the bag and, you know, all of that type of shit. He kind of used his name while he was talking. So he said he got a beef with Cam Newton about whatever and he won't talk about it. You know, Cam Newton got a podcast, Keeping It Funky Friday or whatever. So Fred was like, well, we could set it up for y'all to, you know, and he
That'd
like,
be a good one.
what y'all guys think about that conversation? Is that a good idea or is that too close to, you know, a face-to-face confrontation that could go a different way? You know what I'm saying?
I think long as they got somebody that level-headed like a Freaky Fred, you know, like any one of them guys off that platform,
Right.
I think it'll be fine. Because at the end of the day, man, come on, bro, we trying to get to the bottom of it and get on some kumbaya shit. I don't think they'll let it go left.
I don't think it was on he's on a rampage to where he won't, you know, come back like Godzilla and smash everybody. I think he want to address them face to face because that's probably the type of person he is. Because after all this time, he hadn't said nothing. So I mean, that shows he ain't somebody who pillow talking and like in the, you know,
right.
You haven't heard anything, any response, rebuttal, or nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, real shit.
Yeah. Yeah, dig.
All right, bro. Shit, let's do that.
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying? A Fun Solution, fixing credit, baby. Let me tell you something. Get with it. Follow me. A Fun Solution. That's my Nola people, so I trust it. You heard me? Yeah. Who that?
Two-step women. Check it out. Come on. Let it bow women. Let it bow women. Check it out.
All right, fellas, we back. It's the Rounds Podcast. Benjamin, that's good. Hatchback of the ENT, Cuzzo Rent, a.k.a. Hot Boy. We holding it down for Caveman. Y'all make sure and like, share, and subscribe. We going to move on and get to the Styles P situation, fellas. I'm going to grab this real quick. Yep.
Yep.
I could tell why Styles say the ghost of this shit. Tell by your style he write most of your shit.
Always a fan of the lock, especially Styles.
I'm recording. I'm recording. Yo, he's a bitch. I know he is.
No, keep recording.
I'm recording.
Keep recording,
I hope your camera's on because you did
Yo,
it the last
sister,
time.
loosen up. Loosen up.
Loosen up. Please do.
Sister,
please,
relax.
please.
Yo, you's a hoe,
That's
dog.
a girl too, by the
You's
way.
a fucking hoe, man.
That's a girl, by the way.
Yo,
And I
you's a
got you
whole
on camera.
bitch.
I hope you got me on
You's
camera.
a whole bitch. I'm gonna back up. Don't touch me.
I hope you got me on camera.
Yeah, you scared too.
I hope you got this on camera.
You bet.
I hope. Yeah, you need to back up.
Keep running up.
You need to back up,
Keep
mister.
recording me.
You need to back
Keep
up.
recording me.
You
I'ma
need to
back
back
up.
up. You need to back up. You need to back up.
Slammed up, girl.
That's a female.
For no reason.
That's a female. I hope fucking cameras on. That's a female. That's a fucking female. That's a fucking female. You a bitch, nigga. Outside that uniform, you know what you are. You know what you are. You know exactly what you are.
Bitch.
Y'all know who the fuck y'all are.
You had your gun. You had your hand on the gun.
Y'all know exactly who the fuck y'all are.
Slammed on the floor.
You know exactly who you are.
Whole bitch. Whole entire bitch.
Y'all probably just graduated from high school.
You're scared. You're not from around here.
You're fucking nervous. That's crazy.
And you scared of
I just told him when he get at the water with the other dyke girls. They antagonize dyke girls, not guys. They don't antagonize guys. Y'all antagonize dyke girls. Girls, fucking girls.
Hey man,
The ending was very interesting.
shouts out to the ghost.
And we'll come back to the end.
Hey, bro, like when I first saw it, a little taken aback. I mean, well, first off, I'm tired of seeing the shit for one. But when I saw Styles, like I say, big ups to him. Just I guess, bring some attention to it. Make sure that the individual ain't get, I guess,
Pummel.
yeah, messed over no more than they already was. I mean, you're still gonna get apprehended or whatever, but I mean, you ain't got a treatment like that. So big up for him for kind of being loud enough to somewhat de-escalate the shit, if that makes sense.
Yeah, kind of draw some of the attention off of her. I'm glad it was a rookie. You could tell he was, you know what I'm saying? So Styles was able to read him, and you know what I'm saying, bitch, you scared. I'm looking at you. You ain't from around here, right? You know what I'm saying? So you look at us like fucking, this is adventure. This the Wild West of y'all. You know what I'm saying? You ain't raised around here, so now you trying to knock some heads so you can have some fucking, man stories to tell. You dig? It's crazy that in the situation you see that a lot, but people don't get involved like that. And I think that's telling of a lot of fucking things.
Nah, real. But Maul, he couldn't knock the cop out, bro, then he'd be in trouble himself. He did a good job just to, like I say, get him off for a little bit, kind of turn the attention on himself.
The objective was not for them to let her go. You know what I'm saying? If she got to get arrested
for a little bit,
if you be arrested, you get your day in court and you take care of that like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right, but you ain't got to handle her like
you ain't got to be all lumped up and shit. You know what I'm saying?
I think we got to police the police, just like speaking on the history thing, just like the Black Panthers was talking about. Right. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the court is for. They be trying to hold court on the streets, but that's what the court system is for. You could have arrested her in a peaceful manner, and I think that should happen more frequently to where people are actually interjecting, holding the phone and holding the camera and capturing it. That serves a purpose. But if everybody got their phone out and ain't nobody really saying shit or ain't nobody really challenging what's going on, you're not helping me. You just getting a close-up of me getting my ass beat. So shout out to Styles for that, you know what I'm saying? And I think we need more of that. I hope that set more of a trend. I hope that go viral and he get the respect and credit he deserved for interjecting like that.
I think it goes back to what, was a hot topic last year, defund the police or, police reform or how they are trained, right? When I was working for the New Orleans Fire Department, the NOPD was right next door to us, right? So we going through extensive job training in every facet of the job. 90% of the time, they shooting. They ain't doing shit else. All they doing is shooting. They are trained to cause harm to people, to get control of a situation by force. They are not, number one, they're not the best and the brightest. We talking about D students, C students. We talking about people that come on. We talking about people that couldn't pass the ASVAB to get in the military. We talking about people that had been in the military and kicked out, or they had, Marine didn't really have a good job skill. all they could do is do security or, and I'm not saying everybody, but these are the type of people that are attracted to that powerful job. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Where they get to be the fucking hammer because they used to being the nail. Right. And then they come out with the only training that they given, which is driving people off the road, slamming motherfuckers and breaking their arms and shit, and fucking shooting. And they don't shoot the wound.
Hey man, did it say we paid them to screw us over and we can't interfere? Shit.
Yeah, we could, did it?
They just passed a law in one of the states. It escaped me which state, but they basically said that you can't film them from a certain distance. Like I think you got to be like at least 8 feet away.
Yeah, I think that's somewhere in the Midwest. But I thought you was gonna talk about the state that passed a law that you can defend yourself even against a police officer, like to the point of using the pistol. I don't remember. I don't remember what state that is, but that was a couple years ago. That was passed.
Let's bring in the homie, man. It look like he out the meeting here, man.
They don't have no accountability for their actions, so it's no fear or repercussions for their strong arm tactics. Like even the guy Chauvin, he got less time than R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time they do this type of shit, even if they lose their job. The cop that killed I can't think of the name in Cleveland, the young guy who got killed. There's so many names. No, not Mike Brown.
Tamir Rice.
Tamir Rice. The police that killed Tamir Rice, he lost his job and he got rehired by another department. It should be like, if you lose your job for that type of shit, go find another profession. Why would another police department even look at your resume and feel like you're a good candidate for their department?
Because they are a good candidate for their department. They mentality.
He did his job. He got rid of one of us.
He did his job. He did exactly what they pay him to fucking do. And that is
shoot first.
Keep the young inner city urban appearance away from the money.
Well,
thank you, sis. She said that was Arizona and it's 8 feet. I thought it was Arizona, but I didn't want to be incorrect on that. But yeah, thanks for that info.
All right, we got one right here. I was a deputy for 14 years, trained by many agencies for various duties, and I was never trained to kill. The purpose of training is to learn how to de-escalate the situation, not to kill the citizens. Appreciate that, Kyle.
Yeah, you know what? And I wish that was the case. I wish that was the case. My brother used to be a cop. I'm glad he's not anymore. And he and I used to have a lot of this because he was proud of what he did. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't want to feel like he was a dick, you know? And it didn't really go over well, like when things like this happen and, we at the dinner table and something comes across the feed and people start talking about it. He's sweating bricks, but then he want to get the last word and stand. Well, damn it! If you wouldn't have did this, if you would, you know what I'm saying, and then, so I don't know.
I think a true sign of progress would be when we see the quote unquote good cops intervening in these type of situations. Until we get to that, then it's up to the citizens to police that type of shit because obviously they're not policing themselves.
But you see what happens to so-called whistleblowers? They get blackballed. And they get set up and sometimes even murdered. So that's really not. That's discouraged a lot. Like this is a fraternity.
The blue wall of silence.
And there's a lot of gangs within these, departments. So you got to watch when you a good cop. You may not make it home.
Hey, fellas. I'm glad Caveman tuned in right about now because for round 4, I definitely want to hear his input. Last round, fellas, and we out of here. Let's get it.
Let's get it.
All right, Rent. Cuzzo Rent posed this question. Politics and religion, do they keep us divided? Now I figure this is gonna be a hot topic, and I figure this is gonna be something that ultimately we're gonna have to pick up in our quote unquote extra rounds. But let's kind of get into it now. Hopefully it don't get too jumbled because I figure everybody gonna have a lot to say. Uh let's start with Caveman since you're just getting on, and then we
Chrome
can kind
Dome.
of
What's
pass it
happening with
around and
Chrome
get it.
Dome?
Man, I was just counseling a few people, emergency counseling session. That's kind of what helped me up. It went well. Like I ain't gonna say a domestic dispute, but it's confidential, so I can't even, say it exactly.
What you're in your other office today, huh, baby?
Right, yeah. So, but with the topic, I think it is a divide when it comes down to religion and politics because we look at everybody who control politics, pretty much Catholics believe in the same thing, but the thing they like perpetuate throughout society is against the actual belief. So you can see a clash with politics and religion right within the people who control things, the politicians and the churches. So it just is a big confusion when it comes down to putting those two things together. That's kind of how I
No,
see it.
and you right on it, but I'm speaking for us as black people though. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, do politics and religion keep us divided? You see what I'm saying? Like, you right in what you saying, but I just want to make sure
I
you
don't
really
think
getting what I'm
so.
putting down.
I
All
don't
right.
think so because I don't believe us black people us deep involved in politics like we should, or that we care too much about it. So we strictly religious with it when it comes down to our society, our community. That's kind of how I look at it.
I wouldn't say our people are not involved in politics. I would say our people never benefit from their involvement in politics.
Voting, we don't vote as much.
No, but we do. But we do. You can see in this last election how we moved the fucking needle. So we're not gonna say we're not involved. I'm gonna say we don't benefit from our involvement. We never asked for anything for our vote. But that's not neither here nor there. Most people say there's two things I don't discuss: religion and politics, because that gets down to the core of a person. You know, you can talk to somebody and based on their religious beliefs and their political beliefs, you can put them in a certain box that you may or may not like. You know what I'm saying? Like people have hard stances on certain things. You know what I'm saying? So uh, whether we want to believe it or not, we can just look at the evidence. You know what I'm saying? When Donald Trump was in office, there were family members and people that I used to like and people I used to deal with through conversation have become way distant. And 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 some of it is not from, having a conversation, it's just knowing what side they on or how it feels. You know what I'm saying? Uh and that's been used with people, to divide and conquer from the
But
fucking
are we at odds in the black community when it comes down to that though? Do we fight over that?
yeah,
I think
yes.
so.
If you're not together, you're apart. You can
Like
see.
you
Go
on
ahead.
the
Go ahead,
straight
Carl.
talk chat. You see how contentious the religious debates get. You know what I'm saying?
But that ain't
And
got nothing to
just
do with the politics. That's not verse politics though.
but that's one of the
Well,
things.
it's not saying versus politics. He's saying religion and or
And
politics.
politics, right?
Okay.
Those things that divide us as a
Those
people.
two things.
What
Yeah.
made me pose that question? Because I saw a quote. And I don't know who said the quote, so I'm gonna just say a wise man said that religion and politics is a rich man's game and a poor man's argument. So to me, I feel like those not only are they divisive, those are the most divisive tools that keep us divided. You know what I'm saying? I done had partners of mine tell me, hey, if you ain't with this religious affiliation, I can't really fuck with you how I used to fuck with you once I got down with this organization.
Right.
And like Het said, when it in the heat of the election, when some people chose to go with Trump on the other side, motherfucker was getting unfriended. You know what I'm saying? There was a whole bunch of stuff going on. And my thing was, hold up, hold up. Once we start fighting over the lesser of two evils, you already fighting a losing battle. Like how
Right.
you benefit from evil. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But that's a phrase that's constantly thrown around. and people feel like if they're on the side of the lesser evil, somehow they winning.
But see, cuz when you say that, I feel it's divisive. Just like when you say the lesser evils. Now I'm a kind of take it somewhere else. Ultimately, like Hatch was saying, with religion, people take hard stances. Ultimately, because of what they believe and what they feel, and because of that, ultimately, I don't believe what you believe in some form or fashion. Then whether you want to admit it or not, that's where the clash come in. You ultimately don't respect what it is I'm into because it's not the shared belief that you have, even though it could be similar, like most of the religions are similar, or a brother or sister of the other. For a little variance, I'm ultimately wrong, and you can't get over that. Like religion is a hard thing. Politics, I think, is a little bit easier to digest. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not as traditionally based. It wasn't put on you as young.
I think most of us had the same
young
feel
of an
towards
age.
politics.
Well, see, but okay, politics is based on economics and power, right? Whoever got the money and the influence make the fucking rules for the area, right? We are not taught politics, but we experience it. We all experience it. We all, you know what I'm saying? We in the fucking hot ass school because we ain't got no AC because
Right.
we don't have no fucking funding, and you know what I'm saying, because they gave the funding to the other schools
The
on
police.
the crap. You see what I'm saying? So we are involved in politics, but we
I
don't
don't think that divide us though as a people. I don't think the politics do.
It does. You know why it divides us? Because the ones that know have a certain mindset, and the ones that don't know do what they told. You feel me? So now we don't have a united front. We don't. It's not like I can say, you know what? There's 1,500 of my people, or 15,000 of my people in this community. We gonna vote one way, and when we do, this is what we want. We want this, that, and that. We don't do that. Every other community does that. That's
We don't
politics.
demand nothing for our vote, so we can't even hold them accountable for what's going on. Like Ms. Felton said right here, they've always been in the black church. They come around and get the vote and never follow up with what they promise. We can't say we're not involved because we see how they try to get our votes. We see them on the Breakfast Club with the hot
actively
sauce in the
involved.
bag and all this shit. If the votes didn't matter, they wouldn't come around and try to do all these dog and pony tricks to get the vote. They get the vote and we never see them again, and that's because we didn't hold them accountable to nothing. Like Joe Biden got on there and said, "You don't vote for me, you ain't black." Well, I ain't vote for you. What am I now?
But I'm not black though.
But I'm just saying, we
right. I
think us as a whole, we really don't care about politics as a community. Like talking about, I understand we got the people who hold up. I understand we got people who do get deep dive into politics in our community, but the majority, I'm looking at my neighborhood. I can go back home. Politics ain't a big thing. They ain't a big conversation that's dividing why we ain't doing what we doing. Why things that's not a conversation like.
What today is? Wednesday. It may not be like when. Listen, politics is people are more aware and more open about political views today than I've ever seen in my entire life.
Where's the division at in the black community with politics? You give me an example.
Okay. Like right
your
now,
girl got canceled for her political views. Chrisette Michelle, she performed at the
and that wasn't even her political views. That's what I'm about to say. She just performed.
Yeah, and
got
she
canceled.
got straight up blackballed for that. Like if you want, like for the most part, black people are just expected to be Democrats for no real reason other than that's how we've been voting. You know,
that's one example.
Somebody ventures outside of that box, they kind of ostracized for that.
But it's not even traditional, Goody, because traditionally we have been at the apex when we supported the Republican Party coming out of the Civil War and Reconstruction. That's when we had thousands of acres of land as Republicans.
Yeah, then shit changed, and then traditionally you've been voting Democrat ever since.
Because they they
So we're not separated then if
when
we starting to
they
do
integrated you in to the system, right? They gave you welfare and food, like give you certain little programs to keep you down or whatever, and then it all of a sudden became the party of the people.
So I'm saying I don't see
They
us
never gave
divided
us
if that's what we're doing now from traditional Republican to now all of us damn near traditional Democrats. So there's no division.
but everybody's not Democrat.
I ain't
Everybody's
going
not.
everybody. I'm going to
I'm
I'm going with
saying,
the majority.
I'm saying
The
you,
majority of black folks are Democrats.
nah.
That's
I,
no
today there's a lot of people who are going by what they are seeing. They are not going by what their grandma told them or what been happening. Like people are definitely living for right now and see what's going on, especially after we've been played or they've been played by this whole Joe Biden administration shit and what was gonna happen, how Joe was gonna do this, and he got rid of Trump and the racists and all this other bullshit. You see exactly what you got.
And on a
From your
religious tip, I think like people challenging those narratives a lot too. Like the stronghold that traditional religion had on people
right.
kind of been broken. So I definitely think it's a divide in religion because people are exploring more things now. They
right.
open to more things than just what they was told initially. And they taking the chains off their brains as far as what's acceptable and what's bad and pagan and all of
Right.
this type of shit. So I definitely think in religion, for sure, disconnect and or divide. You know what I'm saying?
We see that
I
with
think we
them,
kind of
the way
breaking
they
some
hold
of them
funerals.
chains.
We see that with the
I
way they
think
hold funerals.
some of
He
those
in a
spells,
strip club. That's
some
a
of those,
whole different way of thinking now. That's a religious separation right there.
what was you talking about, man?
That
I'm
boy,
talking about how they holding funerals now. Traditionally, religious reason you have it traditional music, casket. Now they in the strip club standing up. That's
But
a separation.
is that a religious belief or is that just an
That's
individual?
cultural. That's a heritage cultural thing. And see, and that's the biggest thing about all of
How
this.
many church grandmas you think accept that?
Look, worldwide,
That's
though, right?
shouts out to Marvel Sabian, baby.
right. How many church
Post
grandmas
in the
you
chat.
think will accept a funeral in a strip club?
Hey,
Worldwide, the people without religion, well, I won't say without religion, the people without culture created religion because they didn't have nothing to do. And they used their religion to hypnotize people and to strip them of their culture and to give them a new something that they can control them with. Different parameters, fire, brimstone, hell, Satan and all kind of shit. Like you don't really see that within in the cultures of the native people around the world. You don't see the heaven and the hell and all of that shit. You only see that in a modern Western man religion.
hey, dog.
Religion like Santa Claus for adults. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just selling them up, just selling people a pipe dream, especially the churches. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't trust no church that lock their doors. You know what I'm saying? How the Lord house locked.
Right.
And that's why they tell you don't talk about that on jobs because it's a divisive topic in general, but more specifically for our community, I feel like it causes a divide. Like after the Trump administration and not after the Biden administration, what I would like to see is I used to say I would like to see all black people not vote, but then I understand the plight our ancestors went through for us to have that right. So why wouldn't we
Allegedly,
all pool our votes?
allegedly.
Well, why wouldn't we
There you
all
go
pool
with
our
that.
votes to another party? Because both of these parties done basically switched identities, and we went from this one to that one, and we haven't benefited from either. You know what I'm saying? So why
Dixiecrats.
not make another party a viable option?
I'm
The
saying, bro, I'm gonna
Dixiecrats.
say this as
We
far as
are the party. We are the party. See
Joe
what I'm saying?
Biden.
We don't get the whole thing. No taxation without representation. We spend the most money. We have the highest interest rates. We are the most marginalized, right? But we have no representation in this fucking society. Like nothing. We have all the responsibilities with no rights.
Hey, dog, I'm gonna say this: Smoking Joe, old Joe Biden. If I see
Hey,
another
look,
fucking
Kamala
gas,
Harris. Kamala Harris. Hey, Kamala
This
Harris.
dude falling on a bicycle. He reading the teleprompter. He reading everything off the teleprompter. His wife getting on that bitch. He making that. Hey, bro, it ain't.
What she said? Bogus?
Oh, she couldn't. Yeah, she couldn't even say bodega, bro.
Hey,
you
but
know
look,
what I'm saying?
Whoever would have been in office wouldn't have been nothing different.
She on deck.
That part.
Did y'all see when that boy read the fucking teleprompter?
Yeah,
and he read all the shit.
Right.
Pause. Repeat. What? Like
right. That's what I'm saying. Kamala Harris, she need to be warming up on the sideline. Put your helmet on. You about to go in.
It should be an age limit on that shit. I don't blame him for falling off a bike. I don't blame him for falling asleep at the podium.
Oh, the bike shit was killer. That boy, you couldn't.
The man 70-something years old, dog.
He
should be an
looking
age limit on that shit.
He looking it, bro. You know what I'm saying? That shit is. Hey man,
that's who we had to choose from.
Listen, that shit over with. We didn't have to choose.
That's the problem.
Listen, they gave you a. Out of all the people in the world, they give you two stupid old motherfuckers, and they say, "Well, y'all made a choice." We ain't make no goddamn.
But look how much of a divide those two old senile motherfuckers cause.
But that, like we was talking about earlier, Ren, when we was talking about Kyrie, you give me this and that one, and you say you made the choice. I didn't make the motherfucking choice. You gave me, you put this in front of me. I didn't make the choice. I didn't ask for them. My
it's
choice
really an illusion of choice.
Right?
You did choose. You ain't had to pick none of them.
Well, check this out, bro.
Go hungry. Pizza
we all
chicken.
have choices, like you say. Y'all can choose beans and Buzz coffee.
Yeah.
We appreciate y'all for choosing the Rounds podcast.
You could choose the French roast, or you could choose the pralines and cream. You dig?
We want to send shouts out to Damien Dupas, Teddy Connor, Marvo Sapient, Mrs. Minor, Paula Felton. We just scrolling up. Chance, E. Diddy, Uda, Adrian.
Did that boy oil his cheese?
You know what I'm saying? Everybody, man. We
molded cheese.
Oh man, not molded cheese. On behalf of Hatchback from the ENT, Caveman 55, Rent
coming in from work.
Hot Bar. Benjamin, that's good. This is the Rounds podcast, and we's out the door.
You did.
We back in the building with the Rounds podcast. Hatchback, Caveman, Win Rent, been good.
Feeling good, living good,
looking good over there, bitch.
Is your flirting beneficial? Like, is you getting us some deals with this flirting? Or you just flirting to stroke your ego?
He gonna think he getting an invitation. But when a man flirt with a woman,
real shit.
same thing in the relationship.
I'm still
women
with.